I have noticed that a new word has slipped into the vernacular, and that word is cringe. I hear it all the time by people of all ages saying, "That's so cringe, oh my god, that's so cringe, oh wow, cringe." And people are saying cringe like it's something that we need to avoid. But I think that we should lean into the cringe, because I think if you're cringing, it means that you're moving into new territory. You're going out of your comfort zone, you're trying on something new. And it also indicates that you're a beginner, or you're not particularly skilled at something, or something didn't work out exactly as you had intended. But the beauty of cringe is that it signals there is an opportunity here to grow. Hi, I'm Maggie, the Inspired Coach. Welcome to the Inspire in 5 podcast, where I attempt to inspire you in 5 minutes or less. So recently, I felt the cringe. I went to a dance class with my sister, a BTS K-pop dance class. And my sister's been going for a little bit, but this was my first time. And I was going to a 90-minute class where we would learn the routine to a chorus of a song. I haven't done a dance class for decades, and I used to fancy myself as someone who was pretty coordinated and could dance, but this was a whole other experience. So the teacher was up the front and he would break it down like 8 beats at a time, and we would all copy him. And I found it pretty okay when he was there and I was copying him, but occasionally he would step to the side and we had to do it from memory, and it was a complete disaster. But oh my God, it was so fun. And at the end of the class, he split us into 3 groups, and each group was going to get up one at a time and he was going to film us, and we'd all have a go, and then we would all be filmed together. So of course, when he said what group wants to go up first, no one wanted to go up first. But my sister, Cathy, super outgoing, and she's like, "Yep, that's us." So we ended up there first. And look, the first time wasn't too bad because I had someone in front of me, and as long as there's someone in front of me, I can copy them. But then our group went up again and I had no one in front of me. And look, it was pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. I'll put the footage on maybe so you can see. I couldn't remember a thing. Honestly, I think if you're trying to improve your memory into older age, ditch the Sudoku and the crosswords and the ping pong and just do K-pop dance classes, because it really works your brain. So there I was, completely forgetting everything, but I was laughing. It was funny. And you know, it really helped having my sister there, who's pretty gregarious and joyful and just can really easily laugh at herself. But there was a moment there where I had to make a decision. A lot of these people clearly looked like they had at least attended 1 or 2 classes before. They kind of knew what they were doing. And I wasn't expecting it to be that difficult. I thought I'd pick it up. And so it wasn't humiliating, but it could have been. And I just went, you know what? I've never done this before. I don't know anyone. I'm having a good time with my sister. Just enjoy yourself. And I did. But there's a time when I would have completely contracted. I would have been so embarrassed. I would have got even stiffer. I would have cared so much what everyone thought. And it really left an impact on me. It really made me start thinking, cringe is the doorway to something new. If you're wanting to start a YouTube channel or be an athlete or a musician or an actor or anything, if you want to be good at anything, there's going to be a period that you go through where it's pretty cringe, where you're not completely coordinated. You don't know exactly what you're doing. Things don't come naturally. But cultivating a growth mindset that maybe we can't do it yet, but we will get there if we keep going. I think there's this myth that people are just born with talent and it comes easily to them. But I think a lot of people work really hard and don't give up and move through the cringe. I remember in the early days of acting when I had a lot of cringe. We didn't call it cringe then, but it was cringe. And I really let it stop me. Whenever we would have rehearsals, I wanted to have rehearsed before the rehearsal so that I looked like I knew what I was doing. I was so terrified of the criticism and people thinking I was terrible. And I can see how that really held me back. Not only did it hold me back, but it really affected my experience and overall level of enjoyment. So having a fixed mindset is saying, oh, I'm not very good at this. But having a growth mindset is saying, I'm not very good at this yet. Of course, I'm not good at this yet. This is the first lesson, or this is the second lesson. That little change in perspective can absolutely change your life. But I think embracing that feeling and associating it with change and growth is a really good thing. My sister Cathy and I co-facilitate a group coaching program called the Aligned Success Lab. And it's really interesting when people arrive, there can be a certain level of cringe and embarrassment and hesitation because it's interactive. It's a group coaching program. It's not just us teaching, we interact. And over the weeks, people become more and more open, and you can see them really open up and blossom. And they clearly look like they're glad that they did. And I think, imagine if they had have made another choice. And the next round of our group coaching program begins soon. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description. So what's something you're avoiding because it feels a little cringe? I'd love to know. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.